Yeah, and it's a lot of like really quite tanky heroes as well on the side of Execration. Meepo can be quite tanky, although he might be in some trouble top lane, maybe just dead, as Tims will blow him up there. Got a little bit too close, KP and Tims kind of just shoot him. It's a little one sticky bomb slows all they needed. Tims even had blast off, so there's just no way out of that one, to be honest. First blood is going to make a bit of a difference here. You know, we were more concerned about an early strong start for Meepo. First blood does not bode very well there. Careful here, Carlo's also gonna go. Okay, man, weird idea. He's gonna get skewered under tower now. This is just gonna be a death from BossKu, and one honestly, John, that he didn't need to take. I know he'll joke space created, but he's unfortunately not really getting a whole lot accomplished here for his Alchemist in the early game.
That's not what you want to see out of the Lich. Maybe at this point you might even just consider playing the lane. Super passive, tried to stack up. They are getting good aggression up top, again pressuring Palos. So using this weaker laning phase of the Meepo, Palos not even choosing his skills to level yet, just pocketing those points. And the moment you're abandoned by your support, I mean, you can't really do much on a Meepo in that lane. No. That is to be expected.
Yeah, a bit dangerous. Carlo actually, he just took the twin gate back top lane because he was elsewhere, maybe trying to set up for a play bottom with given how much this tower is pushing. But you know, as you're saying, that you take that opportunity to set up on the Meepo, and it's a much more valuable kill here for the side of Blacklist 2 now onto the Meepo. You know, this techies, we talk about how deceptively strong he is, and you know how much of an impact he can really make here. He's really starting to blow apart this top lane. Maiden, you know, used to be that kind of a hero as well. Maybe it's the 20 damage nerf here to the Crystal Nova. They might go again here onto Palos top lane, by the way. I think they are. Little frostbite there will hold him in place, but the slows, Palos ticking down. Blood grenade defensively used, but Scorched Earth, is it enough damage? Palos just out of range here. Just barely kept alive. KP gets him with the chain lightning. However, Tibbs is dying to Carlo. Gets off one last auto attack. That is enough damage, but now KP giving chase here. He's got plenty of mana as well to continue the chain lightnings, and he'll get this kill come hell or high water. Down goes Carlo.
To get with some early stat items and levels up. This does not bode well for Execration. Again, just down to rough lanes. Even Ravens having better time, some aggression down here.
That was a perfectly timed interrupt there on the skewer. Matrixino did not get the mobility back, even through the Vanguard on its illusion. Probably the least exciting of the runes. Oh, well, that is, unless you just blink right on in. Nice sonic wave here does... Oh, wow, what was that? I don't know what Bob bounced off. There must have been some terrain there on the stairs. BossKu, though, in some trouble. Finds himself directly in the pinball zone and killed off. Ooh, the dodge! No way! Bob said it's actually one of the most exciting runes as Tim's unable. Might have otherwise been at least a 1-for-1 trade. Careful top lane. They're going to try and go on to KP now, who does have Vanguard on the way, but Tino, he's going to end up skewering him back away from the courier. Vanguard still gets delivered. We'll see if that makes any of a difference. Not at all.
Plus the 2 supports, you've got enough control. If there are more heroes you're into, though, I think Blacklist just went out. Like, this 3-man rotation is really more of a single target pick-off lineup.
What did KP do with the Ring of Health, by the way? Because he had oh, hold on. We'll get back to that right now. As big ulti coming out. Carl's still alive, and just barely, because Carlo is just out of range. The Doom as well condemns Bob. A bit of this rivalry. Looking to slam the door shut here. They did just see the swashbuckle get used as well as shield crash. Yep, immediately in with the stun. We'll see if they can burst him before he gets off the rolling thunder. Sinister Gaze. They have the Quap ulti and will commit it. Finding a Maiden in the midst as she's going to let go of the freezing field. Stunned up immediately by Raven, but it's Carl who collects the kill. They want one more. That's Shanks. KP actually still has the chain lightning. That damage is sufficient though with 4 enemy heroes here. Shanks is what's waiting for him in the fog of war. The Doom immediately onto Tino. Follow-up stun as well, the War Stomp, making sure they keep their distance though, because Bob is going to be rolling around behind them. KP gets the kill. There's the Chain Frost, only bounces a handful of times. Tim's keeping himself alive with the mech, nearly enough healing, but Bob eventually has got the damage for him. Blacklist rivalry chasing underneath the ward of Execration, but they've got the vision now, and the stuns, and the damage there as Bob is cleaved through clean. But Palos with 3 Meepos now, thrice the damage for him. He's going to be able to get a big kill onto Carl at 600 gold just for him, 1,000 for the team overall. BossKu maybe next as the moves. The absolute cane rune, so he'll be blinking on over relatively quickly. We'll see what they can catch. As for now, BossKu taking on a trip. Oh no, but he lets loose now on the Chain Frost. Those are some big bounces, but a lot of tanky heroes, and now a creep wave to absorb the damage. It looks like it's
for Palos.
Yep.
Tino is going for the full pipe.
He has his blink now as well, and he's on to
Oh,
one.
the
But
Mega
the
Meepo.
bling, the Mega Meepo. They have Tomb the Mega Meepo with 3,000
Oh, the
HP.
RP.
Big RP onto 4. Sets up Bob for the roll of a lifetime here. The skewer, Sonic Wave, everything's getting thrown out, but Raven is the last one standing here. Execration are going to be wiped here one by one. So they're on to Bob. Shanks doing what he can from the sideline, but Raven is eating good here. A +2 as he's going to kill onto Bob. Seems like Carl's going to make it out alive despite that little bird chasing him down, and it turns into a full break. From the side, getting ready to go on in. But Roche falling quickly. There's going to be the Chemical Rage used as well. Bob revving up the engine. In he goes. Roche finds a bash. So Carl's going to be the one to pick up the Aegis. And for now, both teams seeming... No, KP's in. He wants to find a target. Raven as well. Throws the Unstable Concoction. That's Carlo dead. Execration now. They're looking for a way out of this one. Over the land bridge they go. Quickly, honestly, I didn't know if maybe this is some Meepo strat. Well, certainly a Meepo strat is killing supports for free unless they counter-initiate on you. That's a lot of damage. And Raven goes in the RP, not saving Palos, and in fact it might still just condemn Tino. Trying to TP out of this one, but Sonic Wave cuts him down. Lots of slows, but doesn't end up being that powerful. KP's in, he wants to Doom a Meepo. He's been silenced though. Let's see if he still wants to drop the Doom. Indeed he will. I think it's a Mega Meepo though, isn't it? He is a tanky boy, 3,500 HP. Do they have the damage now? Carl's in. War Stomps as well, doing everything they can to try and get the kill here on Apollos as they're going to get the BKB off on a Raven right after he's RP'd. But Apollos, he's been exploded. He's dead and out of the fight. Carl held on to the Sonic Wave entirely for that, and now Execration trying to bail out of this fight. Shanks with only 4 stacks of Shield of the Scion, not nearly enough to save him here. Carl blinks up with the vision, sees Apollos here. Apollos calls in reinforcements on the Meepo. Seems like they're going to try and make a play now. In they go. A skewer back is going to kind of put Raven out of position, but there's going to be a Tomb and just a dead Palos as well. That just absolutely unleashes Raven. Picks up the kill there. I didn't quite see what happened to the Meepo. Seems like he just kind of got doomed and focused, didn't he?
Yeah, he just kind of melted. Like, it looked like just one hit kind of killed him off.
I think those 4 stacks of Shield of the Scion aren't going to save Shanks. Down he goes. Bob, he can't even get off the darn Rolling Thunder before he's Sonic Waved and blown up. This
game, Paulus has delivered spectacular performances on
They picked it into the Doom as well, but this might be a moment. There's no Aegis here on Raven. He's going to try and fight through this one. Chemical Rage acts. The damage is too high. The Doom as well. They found Apollos. He's turned to a Mega Meepo. There's going to be at least the RP, so Apollos is safe and sound for now, as Carl's going to have to buy back. Freezing Field. They're throwing everything they have at the Raven, but a big old blast off from the Meepo finds 2. That's going to be Tino down. The dime back as well immediately for Carlo, as Bob doing what he can, trying to pick off the stragglers here, but he can barely catch Tim's here once on the stun, twice as well, but just where's the follow-up damage? KP threatening to drop another Doom here with the refresher, but Oz already done so. Bob being controlled, Raven and company turn, as Palos, who's Bob back, is now going to be caught by the Sinister Gaze. Raven letting loose into him. That's a dig out from the Meepo, so it saves him momentarily. That's a really good... It might just crash the game. Maybe that's the way that Execration...
There you go. That's the win condition. Yep. Crash the server.
Crash the server. Raven just beating into your tier 3 tower now. Did not take the Chemical Rage base attack time, by the way. Oh, they're looking for the counter initiation, but Cuckoo there in time with the save. It's not his fault this time around. Tino, just nothing he could do. Bob is at least delaying this, but just doing that here as Raven immediately gets back to work. It's going to be a Mystic Flare now on top of BossKu. They might be able to get through him, but he's already let loose here on the Chain Frost. Look at the damage, it's done! Sonic Wave to follow up. GG, throw the towel. It's getting too ugly. Hero that remains the same here is going to be Tino on the mag. I thought he played a phenomenal laning stage. I think there was some problems with the rotations after, but I think it's more to speak about the rest of the team than him. I think BossKu may be dead here. They do throw the blood grenade at him, and using the slows, they should have enough damage for the kill. Go into Tino. Okay, so I mean, just to go to...
Realized, Richie, these are 2 universal heroes in this lane. This is disgusting. Look at their right click damage base. It's high.
It's
outside of Blacklist. They are going to be looking to make moves once they've got the levels up.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to be... Oh, okay, a little blast off down bottom. Palos is just getting burned alive here. Carlo coming out from the trees. Blood grenade thrown. Sticky bomb. It shouldn't be enough damage, and it isn't. Instead, it's Shanks who's going to TP in, secure the kill there with the Purifying Flames. Almost died there as Palos brought the sticky bomb to him. Top lane, though, that is going to go ahead and leave Tino alone, so immediately Raven and BossKu get to work and pick up the kill onto the Mac.
Has a cascading effect into how well he can hold that lane without the Vanguard.
Suit you, man. Batrider's a bit more of a naturally fast hero, just on level. levels, so you expect him to be a bit more active early. Oh, okay, maybe they will be able to get it this time. Palos in some trouble, doesn't have Doppelganger, just use it, and the damage is sufficient. KP is going to go down, and maybe they look for more as well. KP is dying to the tower here. Carlo with a stick charge, not enough to keep himself alive. KP also keeps the wagon alive, but will be burned down by the Shanks, who at least dodges the bombs. BossKu is going to take the twin gate on over and pick up a lot of damage on the tower as well. It's already below a third HP here. And Carlo, they're not even done. Carlo's coming down bottom too.
Palos?
This is looking very aggressive. There is no Rolling Thunder though. Carlos seems to have already used it. May not need it for the kill and doesn't. As Carlos going to be able to catch it. I was making this point earlier about the support duo that you have here between the Maiden and the Oracle. A bit more of your backliners, right? I think Oracle can bring the damage, and we saw a very convincing game of Oracle earlier, but more so in response to enemy aggression here. There's no way BossKu makes it out of here. I believe he should be dead, and he is. They decided to go for a play here. Oracle nearby, throws out the Fortune's End. Shanks is going to have to do a lot of work here. The world's shortest fire remnant is going to convince Carl to continue a bit further, but there's a bit too much healing here now, courtesy of the two, and not enough mana for Carl either to continue this engagement. Blastoff is ready, though. They're looking for the kill onto Bob. Bob does not have a remnant down, but does manage to dodge the Sleight of Fist. Doesn't matter, though, because BossKu's going to steal away the haste here. The fight in the river continues. Carl jumps into the river, doesn't actually hit him.
Yeah, now you get to steal these camps with KP. He's starting to build up. And you don't need that much napalm. Yeah, you just go max Firefly. You've got the right-click damage to help you clear out. You've got the control.
BossKu dies for space here, most likely. There's no point in lasso. Well, there could be, but Fortune's End, threatening to dispel. BossKu deleted, but Tim's right after is going to be able to blow up Bob. Tip for tip. BossKu says, that's space created, my friend. Carlo is going to be next in line. My goodness, that was ridiculous damage on the not only max and power, but potentially a maxed DD rune as well there on the Sleight of Fist. That could be good work. They have caught the real Pablos here as well. Can they actually collect on this? They can't. They just get him with right clicks. 91 damage and 99 from techies, excuse me. Yep. That can't be right. Bob is at least going to be able to find Carl here, but Carlo lacks the damage, doesn't have the points in freezing field yet. So Carlo just about face there. Did a quick 180, finds at least Carlo in the trees, but Bob has a remnant back. Is going to get the false promise and continue fighting here, but they're immediately on the Shanks to reduce the healing. And Bob, that's a red light above you, my friend. I don't think he gets out of this one alive, and he doesn't. Is going to be the regen. So I believe there's shield and DD runes still outstanding. Both of those runes may be a game changer here for Execration, especially if you compare them with this Magnus's Echo Saber. A death here though onto Palos, that would certainly sting. Rolling Thunder's ready in a second. He's just trying to get whatever he did. Shanks is in some trouble. The physical damage is more than sufficient. Commits the ulti on himself. It's a level 1 false promise. He's not going to live. I mean, just not a chance. Not a snowball's chance in hell. But Jonathan. He's dead.
He's just gone. I'm just wondering what happened to Execration.
Oh no, he did it to try and slow the Wisdom runes. That's why he died. That's actually kind of a well worth it play. Maybe if they can turn here on to Carl. That's freezing field stolen, by the way. BossKu letting it go. Now Bob cannot fight into this. There's going to be at least a skewer to interrupt into the RP that did not catch the Pangolier. He's rolling on through and is going to get bonked off. I mean, that's certainly something here. It's going to get better for Palos, though, Jonathan. It's going to get better. I believe, yes, indeed. We have Diffusal Blade now coming out. Tino is still a little bit of a tough kill, but not if KP is nearby. They've stolen Shockwave as well. Tino, there is nowhere for you to go but back into the Techie's mines. They didn't even need to use the tech.
And it doesn't feel like anything's really changed off these lands. Maybe the hero picks are a little bit different. They're not leaning into this Luna Visage they used to go for.
Certainly they don't kill Bob, right? Telekinesis. Okay. Oh, they got vision up on the high ground. They need a little bit more damage. Raven is here. Good Searing Chains finds him. BossKu showing off his Emperor skills here with good damage onto 2 and KP as well, connecting. Oh my goodness, the damage from the low ground as well from the Pangolier, and it's just Raven who runs him down with the right clicks. Carlo, he's got ultimate here, but against 4 heroes, there's just no chance for him to do anything. He's going to go down as well.
This is like a blink timing on Tino.
Yep.
And, you know, the threat of high ground defense is big from Execration. So you've always got that to fall back to when you've got this Magnus.
It's going to be tough, though. They did Roche even faster than I thought they could. Oh, my goodness. Carl is in. Look at that swashbuckle burning the man of the damage. Well, onto 3, but they've caught Bob. Oh, and Raven just puts him into the dirt immediately, into the water, more like it. Shanks doesn't even have time to ulti himself and cook.
I think we can just sing praises for Blacklist.
Let them cook. But yeah, I mean, this is how you turn a game like this into complete domination. Yeah. You see them hunting behind the tower. You know, these tier 2 towers, these outer towers, no longer as much of a threat as they used to be. There's another remnant, but look how slow he is with the inhibit. Does manage to get up to high ground, but KP has Firefly. Thought he might have gone chasing. They're going to get the skewer back after the Harpoon and Carl. That's Aegis at least. Now, we're talking about these outer towers not being so much of a stopping point, but these inner towers, that may be something else entirely. As Carlo letting go the freezing field. Just not enough damage onto the Bat Rider, though. And KP still gets the kill on the Bob. Just doesn't matter. Lasso to interrupt the RP. There's going to be the stun. They're trying to stop the RP from coming through. Another stun out from Carl. There's a secondary one. They're even turning for more jump. They're diving up onto the high ground. What is it? Is this OG now? What is this? Bob's Bob back. Wants to put down Tibbs. He says, give me all that money. That's 400 gold for a Techie's kill. You're worth more than my PL. Thank you very much. But Carl's turning for more. That's a dieback. Ever just went into dive. And now Shanks, he doesn't have ulti for himself. He's already committed this, what felt like years ago. Okay, that's a nice skew onto the high ground. The RP onto 2. Another buyback now on from Execration. BossKu steals the skewer. Does manage to save him. Carl now is unleashed. The damage is just too much. Palos is dead. Tino is down. Palos has got buyback, but how many buybacks are they willing to commit here? Blacklist rivalry, they haven't even gotten to tier 2, and they barely touched a tier 2 tower, and they nearly just went fountain diving.
Yeah, they just went diving.
They're going to be trying to get them in this bottom lane. That means they've got an entire half of the map just carved out. They have the outposts in the top lane as well. As we've seen, they've killed Palos up there with ease, and they'll do it again. They control the Twin Gates, they control the Lotus Pools. Now they're going to be looking for the Ember Spirit. They stole a Searing Chains, chains onto 2 from Bob, but the damage, it's immense, the threat. You look to try and farm on their side of the map, they're going to try and kill you. Rolling Thunder is utilized. They see Big Fish and they want Big Fish. They know that's the real one. There's a lasso, and they've already kind of, scared this Oracle out of the fight. Down goes the Maiden. Palos is dead. There's just no moves here. It just doesn't feel like there's any moves for Execration, John.
No. There's no way. But captaining from the offlane is just really difficult. This is something we also saw T1.
Especially when you try and play it like a mid lane.
Yeah.
In trouble here, by the way, is Tino. He might just be dead. Look at the triple mines pushed right back into them. Just a thing of beauty.
Especially when you're communicating and, you're much more comfy in Filipino. They catch Bob out again.
No, I think he's just going to die here. He is.
Deleted.
Just hero on his team. I mean, that's progress. For Bob, though, in more trouble as his forecast does manage to at least get out in time. They could connect the chain stuns perfectly. They are still chasing a couple of heroes away. That is a lasso. They're dragging Bob towards the base. It doesn't even matter. I mean, he was going to die no matter what. They dragged him away from the Oracle. Shanks could not save him.
This is...
One more. Oh, no, Tino, he cannot afford to die here. They have lasso as well, thanks to the Octarine Core being ready. And... Skewer stolen. Let's see, how will they decide to kill him? Pump fakes the RP. That is a big skewer range. Cores do. 300 gold shy. He might just die here, though. In goes Bob, and we'll see. Yes, gets the false promise. Good save from Shanks. Utilized the Blink Dagger well there. Does leave Shanks himself without a buyback, though, after that buyout. Now Shanks is dead, and so is Tino. All right, 2 heroes just like that. Blacklist rivalry. I mean, just kind of went in, honestly. Not really too much of a technical term is needed there. Carlo is going to be lassoed back at this point. You just take the bodies, and maybe there's another one. Phantom Lancer picked up by BossKu. I'm trying to go for the cheeky skewer back. Couldn't find it in time, but it's a 5 versus 2, pardon me. And Execration, well, see what they can do, but they're going to be forced to strike the colors here pretty soon.
At the least, respawns are fairly short with how far behind you are, so, you're going to be back up for the defense.
Damage on a bomb.
Definitely allowed him to play much more tempered, although...
All right, he's the one looking for a pickoff, and it's a big one here onto the PL. Now, they do keep a magic immune, at least allows him to get a doppelganger out, but how much is left in the tank for him? Not much more. Raven, it's...
no pressure in lane, no pressure in these spikes.
We're back. That's going to be the buyback into now the RP. They need a bit more damage. Doesn't have... Oh, it does have himself an Aegis, pardon me, and enough mana to get off the strength shift. Another skewer on back, nearly into the fountain now, but they're still going to need another one. The slows are pretty decent here. Trying to keep them at least under tier 4 towers, which just aren't targeting them. The rest of the team now continue to go in as Bob at least picks up a kill here onto Tim.
Kill off Raven.
This is pretty good, but still Carl and BossKu are just too big. Raven, in the meantime, is taking forever to die, and they found now the Oracle. He does have buyback at least. That's 1 life at least off of the Aegis. The skewer is good nearly into the fountain, but I think the Flame Break stops that in its tracks. Now KP pops his BKB here, looking to get forced off of the high ground. That's another couple of buybacks out from Execration. Let's see what else they have left as BossKu skewers away, but it's going to be Harpoon and skewered back into the base. Another kill here, another 1,500 gold into the coffers here of Execration, but it cost them 4 buybacks. Now Blacklist rivalry, that's their second buyback. They didn't quite catch Bob there. He's too fast there on the, oh goodness, on the Revenant, but they're going to be able to track only Tim's back. Raven shifts into actually the Magnus. He's not going to be able to kill him, at least so easily, because Shanks uses the Ball's Promise on him, but down goes Bob. He's going to die in the back lines to Carl solo, and that's there's a glimmer of hope for them, basically, when they went into that one.
There was a little.
Immediately crushed here. I think this is it.
Yeah,
Malos
is gonna crush it.
Yeah,
That's it.
There he goes.
They're not calling it yet.
No, there it is.
But
Now they are.
Okay, they call it. I mean, that was a.
We have an interview with Kuku right now. Hello, Kuku. Congratulations on your win. How does it feel to finally beat Execration?
It's actually fun.
Actually fun.
Yeah.
So what makes you guys the better Filipino team now?
I think the 4+1 is the best.
4+1? That's the solution.
Yeah, just for Pinoy. Then maybe always have like international players. Gonna be good.
But you have Mike and your analyst, so that's like 5 almost +1, right? It's like each they get a 0.5 or 6.
I don't consider Mike as Pinoy.
You see, I told you.
Really?
This guy is always English in no matter what, even if he's not here.
All right, cool. I have some questions. First, congratulations. I'm sure you have some more fans now from the zero.
Yeah.
How's the transition like going into Pos 5, and what made you decide to do this?
Actually, I'm surprised I'm playing Pos 5 now. Then I think it's just I need to do a lot right now, because before I just hitting creeps and it's actually fun. Now it's like I need to keep talking and about the timings. Yeah.
So was this the plan all along? Because we watched this skit where you were like all chat and you introduced yourself as the Pos 4. So was Tim's playing 5 the original plan?
No, I'm saying, I said in the interview it's 4.5, so it's not really. Yeah, I will have items a little bit.
Winter?
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about like the reason why the series. I mean, is it fair for me to say this has been a very, very easy series for you today? And what do you think made the series so easily winnable for you guys?
I think we're more prepared than them. Then I'm not sure. It's like maybe they having a hard time to find their stuff right now, and I think we're just like more stable than them. Yeah, that's why it looks easy.
Kuku, is there a team that you are very excited to play against? Anyone you want to beat?
I can say maybe Bleed, because I think they look strong right now. So I think they are like top 2 or top 3, and we fight the Talon already and we lost. So maybe another giant on the sea.
Yeah.
I mean, which part of the team right now, like in terms of like the Dota part, like you feel like your team needs the most work right now? Obviously, the drafting part seems to be much better nowadays. And what other things that you feel like the team has to improve on right now to be able to beat Bleed?
Actually, it's just our mid to late game. I think it's like on some scrims, like maybe we're too random. So we're trying to fix that and play as a team after those having like a good lead on first 20 minutes.
All right, well, thank you for that answer, Kuku. That wraps up our interview. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations again on your win. Sobrang galing mo sa Pos 5, boss!
Thank you.
So good!
Bye.